up, DC Nation? Welcome back to another video on the Flash movie. Now guys, in this video I'll be talking about all 10 cameos in the Flash movie. And these 10 cameos do not show up in the trailer at all, alright? They're actual surprises, so spoilers will be in this video, obviously. So if you haven't seen the movie, click off this video, go check out my spoiler-free review, so it can help you decide if you want to see this movie. Then after you decide, alright, I want to go see this movie, go see it at your local movie theater. And after you see the movie, come back to this video, comment down below if you liked it or not, tell me all your thoughts on this movie down below, and we're gonna play a game, guys. So, there's a total of 10 cameos in this movie. After you watch the video, comment down below how many of these 10 did you recognize? Like when you're in the movie theater watching the movie, you're like, oh, I recognize that character from another TV show or a movie or the comics. And yeah, comment down below how many you recognized and how many you didn't. Like say, okay, I recognized 5 out of 10 and I didn't recognize the other 5 out of 10. Just like that, alright? Because I want to see how many you guys got all 10 out of 10 and how many you guys like missed a few. So I know there's a few in this list that are easy to miss, alright? Or maybe you just don't recognize them. Like, it's not that you're a casual fan, but some of them are like deep cuts, alright? Like some of them, like there's one Superman cameo that goes back to like the 1950s, so I wouldn't be surprised if you missed that one or didn't recognize that character or that actor. But yeah, guys, spoilers starting now. But yeah, starting out at number 10, we have Jeremy Irons' Alfred. The movie starts out with Ezra Miller's The Flash and Ben Affleck's Batman in a car chase. It's really cool. It was actually a great intro, got me invested in the movie immediately. I talked about that in my spoiler-free review. But what added to it was, okay, you had Jeremy Irons' Alfred. It was just cool to see it talk to Ezra Miller's The Flash and Ben Affleck's Batman, like be on comms and direct them on the chase. Now, in the same long action sequence, we have our second cameo. Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, okay? So, the Amazonian, she had 2 Wonder Woman films in the DCAU. One of them, one of the best DC movies in recent years. The other one, a mixed bag. But it was still so cool to see Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman. She cameoed in Shazam! Fury of the Gods, but I honestly prefer this cameo a lot more than that one, because her cameo in Shazam, I wasn't a big fan of it. Like, it was so abrupt. Now, you could argue this one was abrupt too, but it made more sense. Like, there was a car chase and Ben Affleck's Batman keeps in touch with Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, so she came to the rescue and helped out the Flash and the Dark Knight. And yeah, she showed up, used her lasso of truth, and then flew off. And I actually like the cameo. This is a great start to the movie. Jeremy Irons' Alfred and Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman in 10 minutes. Let's see where this movie goes. And as the movie went on, we got into the plot, we saw Michael Keaton's Batman, we saw Sasha Calle's Supergirl, and then when we got to the third act, and we see Barry Allen from present day and Barry Allen from 2013, they try to go back in time to basically fix the events of the third act, because Sasha Calle's Supergirl, she dies, Michael Keaton's Batman, he dies, and they keep dying over and over. And you see over the course of this climax in the third act, we get a bunch of cameos, okay? After the Dark Flash reveal. Now, if you want to know my thoughts on that Dark Flash twist, I'll be talking about my spoiler talk video coming very soon. I might be releasing it the same day I release this video, so stay tuned for that video. But after the Dark Flash twist, we get into a bunch of cameos, starting out with number 3 out of the 10, George Reeves Superman. Now, for me, this was really cool, because when I went to Washington, D.C. on my senior trip, I went to this one entertainment museum, and there's one section devoted to DC Comics. There wasn't a lot, but one of the characters, one of the actors that was mentioned in this museum was George Reeves. How he was the Superman during the Cold War era. And they had the costume there, and I'll actually link down below the parts from my Washington vlogs where I check out that costume at the museum, but I'll just say it was really cool seeing George Reeves Superman in this movie. Not just because, okay, I saw his costume at a museum in Washington, D.C., and I thought that was pretty cool, but also he's a great Superman. He's an old school Superman. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people didn't recognize him, but for me, I recognized him, and I thought it was a great cameo. Now, moving on to the fourth cameo, another old school actor, this time not from the 50s. George Reeves Superman was 1959, where this fourth cameo, Adam West Batman, was 1966, okay? So, the 60s Batman, we had Adam West, and he shows up like a quick blinky you'll miss it cameo in this movie after George Reeves Superman, and actually, you see Adam West Batman, but you could also hear Cesar Romero's Joker laugh. Alright? See, tell me down below if you guys actually heard that laugh in the movie. Alright? Because it's very hard to hear it. It's so quick and it's easy to miss. Like, you could probably catch on to Adam West Batman, like, oh, Adam West, but you're so focused on Adam West that you might not hear the Joker laugh. So it's kind of like 2-in-1 cameo. Now, moving on to the fifth cameo, we got Teddy Sears, Garrick, the OG Flash. So I thought this one was really cool. Like, I was already hyped in this cameo sequence with, okay, George Reeves Superman, Adam West Batman, old school actors, like, it gave me chills. But then, seeing Teddy Sears, Garrick, which I kind of knew he was going to show up when I was going to see the movie. I heard a rumor that he'd show up, and I was really hoping it was true. So when it became true, I got so hyped. Like, I got really excited. And yeah, it's really quick. Like, you see his Garrick, he looks at the screen, and it's not like a close-up. He's like far off in the distance, and I wouldn't be surprised if some people blinked and they missed him. But yeah, I thought that was really cool, because I like Sears Garrick. It's funny, because he was Garrick on The Flash, but then, okay, spoilers for CW's The Flash, he's actually revealed to be Zoom. So it's ironic that in this movie, he's the real Garrick, at least from his universe. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. The sixth cameo on this list is my favorites, okay? This one almost got me out of my seat in the theater. Like, I got so hyped. This one and the next one are the two that I didn't expect at all. So the sixth cameo is Christopher Reeves Superman. Guys, I got so hyped when he showed up, and he was right next to the seventh cameo on this list, Helen Slater's Supergirl. Now, think about this. Some people might think these two are really random, but come on. You got Michael Keaton's Batman, and from that same era, Christopher Reeves Superman. A lot of people link Michael Keaton and Christopher Reeves together, so it made sense that Christopher Reeves was here. And then, come on, we got Sasha Calle's Supergirl in this movie. Let's go all the way back to the first Supergirl, Helen Slater. Now, moving on to the eighth cameo, and the one that most people knew about, Nicolas Cage's Superman. Yeah, we had Christopher Reeve's Superman, the best, and then we had Nicolas Cage's Superman, the Superman that never got a chance. His cameo in this movie is so weird. It's funny and it was awesome, but like the CGI in this scene is off a lot, but it made sense here. Like, it's supposed to look kind of cartoonish and kind of bizarre. Like, this whole scene with Nicolas Cage's Superman is bizarre in this movie. It's so random, but I loved it. I thought it was pretty cool. Now, moving on to the ninth cameo on this list, the second to last, we got George Clooney's Batman, who shows up in the final scene in this movie. We find out that, okay, we had Michael Keaton's Batman, but when Barry Allen, Ezra Miller's The Flash, went back in time and rebooted the DC Universe, now we don't got Ben Affleck's Batman, we don't got Michael Keaton's Batman, we got George Clooney's Batman from Batman and Robin, the worst Batman movie ever. And I'll go over my thoughts on this reveal in my spoiler talk more, but I had to mention George Clooney because he shows up in the final scene, and it technically is just a cameo for now. But I think they're moving forward with him being the ongoing Batman, and yeah, he'll be the Batman in the upcoming Brave and the Bold movie. And I have a lot of thoughts on that, but like I said already, I'm going to save my thoughts for the spoiler talk. Now, moving on to the last cameo in this movie, and yeah, this cameo is Jason Momoa's Aquaman. He shows up in the end credits scene, and it's a cool interaction he has with Ezra Miller's Barry Allen, and you see Aquaman, he's a drunk, and I know I heard a lot of people were like, oh, they messed up his character, but come on, Jason Momoa's Aquaman was drinking before this movie. People are acting like his character was not drinking alcohol in the other movies, like in Zack Snyder's Justice League and in his actual movie, Aquaman. So I wasn't surprised by that. That didn't deter me from the scene at all, and I thought it actually fit the character. So yeah, it was cool to see Jason Momoa's Aquaman, and it gets audiences excited for his second film coming at the end of this year in December, I believe. Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, the second movie. The original Aquaman was pretty good, but I am very skeptical for the sequel. But hey, it was cool to see Aquaman in the end credits scene, and that caps off all the cameos in this movie. So yeah, that was every cameo in the Flash movie, all 10. Tell me down below, how many did you recognize when you saw it in the theaters, in the movie theater? How many did you not recognize? And stay tuned for my spoiler talk coming very soon, okay? Where I talk about my thoughts on the Dark Flash twist and my thoughts on the George Clooney casting for the new Batman. But yeah, guys, that's going to cap out this video. If you liked it, give a big thumbs up. New channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on those videos. And yeah, thanks for watching and peace out.